All right, equipment junkies, it's a new year, so you know what that means, new gear. And all the latest stuff is dropping at the end of this month at the PGA Merchandise Show in Orlando. Two pieces of equipment that are getting a lot of buzz right now. The TaylorMade new M1 driver and Callaway's new Big Bertha Epic driver. We cruised up to Cool Clubs, the gurus of club fitting, and sat down with CEO Mark Timms to get an inside look at these drivers. Like literally an inside look. Literally an inside look.
I'm Mark Timms with Cool Clubs, and we do club fitting, and there's a bunch of cool technologies coming out that have been kind of evolving for a long period of time. I'm going to talk about that a little bit in drivers, which stuff doesn't even exist yet. It's kind of cool to be able to show you guys all the stuff that's coming out. So obviously the two leaders in the industry are probably Callaway and TaylorMade. Evolution of technology, especially in carbon fibers, has really changed things. This is the M1, the new one coming out, and they're pretty similar between the two of them. They're basically ending up being a composite frame, and they're relatively light. The advantage that now we're getting into is using carbon fiber. So carbon fiber is super light. It's about the same weight or less than my credit card, which is nothing. So what they're able to do is take, 20, 30 grams out of what this head would weigh and maneuver it in different spots. In the case of the TaylorMade, this rail going back and forth moves further and has more weight than anything in the past. So you've got back to front, which raises launch and spin up and down. You got right to left, which means draw fade. Because they've moved all this weight around, and now it has carbon fiber in both the sole and the top, so you've got more than it ever was before. And we've done some fittings and testing with new guys. Is ball speeds are up, so you gain 2 or 3 miles an hour ball speed. I've heard 5, which I think is extreme, but that's 10 yards, 5 yards, which in theory shouldn't happen given the USGA guidelines, but it is actually happening, and we've seen that a fair amount. If you look at all the guys that switched from Nike that came out of things, you'll see a lot of TaylorMade drivers. If they're not getting paid, there's a reason for that. They like them, and they're good. But this new version of everything is even better, and the same with Callaway. Callaway, on the other hand, is slightly different, although same technology, right? Same thing, they've removed so much weight from the carbon fiber, now they get to move this thing larger weight, further distances, to change more right to left, hook or slice. Kind of an interesting thing they've got, they have 2 spikes, or jailbreak they call it, bars that come up and down. What that does, and in physics terms makes a lot of sense, when you hit something, even a balloon, if you think about hitting a balloon, it expands this way. And what the jailbreak concept is it reduces that expansion. The less expansion we get and less wasted energy, the more forward trajectory we get, and basically higher speed, lower spin, which equates to, if it's fit correctly with the right launch and spin, basically a longer driver. Clubs are actually getting better. We've been looking at carbon fiber for 20 years. It's never really worked entirely like it should. It's starting to. But that's obviously the future in golf. At some point in time, it comes down to, in most of our fittings, a tie. You want the white one or the black one, because if we fit them correctly, they're both really good.